Hello everyone, very sorry for the delay. Just a minute, we'll start the session. So let me open our account. Sorry. So, so where we are in the last session. So let me share my screen. Sorry guys. So where we are in the last session. So we are working with data masking implementation. So what we have done in the last session, we created a roles, right? And then for the specific roles, so we assign the grant permission for the specific user. Then so we created a like a table, and then we have to give the access to the grant access to the database, and then schema, and then respective table, so which table we want access. And then so we need to specifically give it to the virtual warehouse also. So without that it is, so we cannot able to utilize the virtual warehouse. And so after that, after the creating of the roles, based on the specific role what we are doing, so we created policies, masking policies. So we created a masking policy for a specific role, right? Whenever this role is applicable, when we are, so with the current role is nothing but what you are selecting here. If your current role is business or account admin, then only display the value, otherwise it will display this is for numbers. Same way we can able to create it for strings, right? Once the masking policy is created, we need to apply that masking policy to the specific tables on a specific column, right? So these are the things what we have done. So after that, when you log in with the role, you can able to see masking implementation has been applied right now. So today what we are going to do is we will discuss about, so how to implement, how to alter the masking policy. If you wanted to recreate masking policy, what's need to be done, we will see that information. Let's say when you wanted to try to recreate a masking policy, someone asked in the so last session. So when you observe this, see this one, so what is going to be happen? See this one, so the same policy already is available, right? So which we have created masking numbers, this is already available here, already available. Now what you are trying to do here, we are trying to create the masking policy. See this one, we are trying to recreate, create or replace we are using, and then we are trying to recreate the masking policy with the same name. Observe this one, with the same name. If you wanted to try it here, what we are giving the condition, when the current role not in analyst, it means other than the analyst they can see the value, like business account, account admin, and then the developer, they can able to see the values. Other than analyst, they can able to see. So if it is analyst, then they cannot able to, they can able to see this particular value what we have given here, right? Now let's observe this here. When you are trying to recreate it, what is going to be happen? So we are trying to recreate it, but with the masking number policy name already we have applied for a column, right? Already this policy is masking number policy is applied on a specific column. If you try to recreate it, what will happen? Create or replace. If you use create or replace, it is going to completely, it will drop and then it will recreate, right? So when you are trying that, see this one, what it is telling. So create masking policy, session does not have. Okay, let me connect it to the database. We connect it to the database, and let's execute this one. Let's run this. See this one, what it is telling. The policy masking number cannot be dropped, or we cannot able to replaced, because it is associated with one or more entities, right? Now it is telling that, so this policy has been already applied already, so it is applied for a specific entity. Entities means nothing but, so here the specific columns it is applied. What you need to do, if you wanted to recreate it, we need to unset that masking policy, whatever the masking policy we have applied here, right? So by applying, we are doing alter table if exist. So table name, modify column, so and then so column name, masking policy, and then masking name we are implement. So now, so let's observe this one here. So here also what we are doing, so with the same name we are trying to implement, so it will not allow you. So already this masking policy is applied for this particular column. So what you need to do, we need to unset that masking policy if you wanted to recreate it. If masking policy is not applied on any column, then only we can able to unset. If it is already applied, if you are trying to recreate it, it is not going to work. Now let's observe this. So how this is going to work, if you wanted to unset the masking policy, just you are going to unset, you are going to use see this one. So I'm doing for the number masking policy, the same thing you can try it for the strings. Now here what we are doing, alter table if exist, so table name, modify column. See this one, for which column, salary. What is the condition we are giving here? So if you wanted to enable it, what you have given, so set, right? This is set, right? See this one, what is the difference here? Just we are giving here unset. And when you are applying masking policy, you are going to specify a name, which masking policy have to be applied. We need to specify name here, but here we are not specifying any name here. When you are unsetting, see this one, no need to. So uh, sorry, one second. Yeah, so here no need to specify any masking name here. So because, so whatever the policy is applied, so for this particular column, so we are telling that unset that. So we are telling unset that masking policy, then it is going to unset the masking policies what applied on this particular column, right? Now let's try to unset. Now we unset it, so there is no masking policy on salary column. Now we don't have any masking policy on salary column. If you try to change the user, sorry, now successfully. So now the developer user, now if you check the data here, table, you can able to see the data. See this one, salary, we can able to see that, see that information, right? This is available here, this is available, okay, salary information is available. Now we can able to see. Now so its policy is not applied on this particular column. So whatever the policy is we have applied, the masking number policy, it is not available on this particular column. Now what we are going to do, we are going to see this, recreate the masking policy, create or replace masking policy with this particular condition. What is the condition in the case statement we are giving? If the current role not in analyst, right? Current role not in analyst, then only value. Now let's recreate it. Okay, sorry, so we need to move it to account admin role. Yes, account admin role. I'm trying to recreate the masking policy. See this one. Now the policy is created. Now the policy is created, but we didn't apply that particular policy, right? We didn't apply the policy. Then if you wanted to apply masking policy again, so what you need to do? You need to use alter table if exist and then table name. So modify column same. Set masking policy. Here you need to mention the policy name. Now we are mentioning policy name. What we are doing, so first we unset the masking policy, then we have recreated the masking policy based on our condition. Then again, if you wanted to apply that particular condition on a specific column, again we are going to apply that particular masking policy by using the set command, right? Now applied. Now observe this. Now you can able to look what is the condition here. Other than analyst, everyone can able to see the value, right? Only analyst cannot able to see the value. So let's come to change the role to the developer and then check the data. Check the data now. See this, they can able to see the value, right? Correct. So now, so one thing here, if you like move it to analyst, developer can able to see the value, but analyst should not be analyst. Now we are moving it to analyst. Is analyst now. So let's check the data here. Check the data. See this one, analyst cannot able to see, right? This is how we can able to recreate. If you wanted to recreate a masking policy, you can able to utilize this particular option. So only the thing is, so we need to remember, when the policy is applied, we cannot able to recreate. We need to unset that masking policy first, then we can recreate it with the same name. Then we can again, you need to apply that masking policy to the respective columns, right? So that is the thing. So now let's come to another scenario. For example, so let's create a view here. So I will take any view and then I will try to apply that particular masking policy for a view. Almost the same procedure. So but only the thing is, when you are applying the small syntax change, that's it. Remaining everything will be the fine. So what I will do is, I will take any table here. We will take EMP table. On this EMP table, we will create a view, change it to account admin, can able to see the data, right? What we will do is create a view on this particular table, create view, and then new. There is different types of views here in Snowflake, like a normal view, and then secure view, and then materialized view. When we are discussing about the views, sorry, sorry guys. When we are discussing about uh, views topic, we are going to discuss about the complete, like what is secured view, what is materialized view, what is the normal view, the create view, and then view name. And uh, so we are going to create a view based on select or from table where EMP salary greater than 4,000. Okay, so now if you observe, the view has been created. Let me refresh it. Now the table, see this one, this is the view, the new view which we have created. Now for this particular view, we wanted to apply a masking policy. Now if you observe the preview data, this is the view condition, right? So based on the view selection, so whatever the data we kept it into the view, this is the view data, right? The what is the purpose of creation of the view? To easy access. It's a unnecessarily we want to go to the huge volume of the table. Once you create a view, every time we can fetch that information from the view itself, right? It's a kind of mirror image of the base table. Now, so this view, on view I wanted to apply a masking policy. Now already policy is already available, right? Masking number policy already available, right? I don't wanted to like recreate the same policy. I don't want to recreate it again. I wanted to utilize the same masking policy, the details to, so this particular view also I wanted to apply. Anyway, policy is created here. I wanted to apply that particular policy to this particular view, right? So before that, so when we are going to apply, so based on the roles, it is going to apply the things, right? So for example, the account admin, this view recently, so just now we have created, right? So sorry, based on account admin, so we can able to see the view details. But when it is coming to this one, let's say change the role to analyst. It is analyst role. Now if you try to check the data for the view, do you have access for the view? No, right? Because we didn't give an access for any analyst, right? If you want to get the access for analyst or a developer or a business user, then we need to grant select permission on that particular view. Otherwise, we cannot able to see the view. These roles cannot able to access the view, right? So where we have given the grant permissions. So for the like a table here, here we have given the grant permission for the table. Same way, we need to give the permission for the view as well. Here, grant select on view. What is the view name here? This is the view, new view, right? So this is the view. The same way, these things we have to give it for the all the roles, right? Let's observe this one, all the roles. Now let me execute this. But can I able to execute it here? No, because I need to change the role here. Account admin I have changed. Now when we change the role, now let's access this one. Sorry guys, having too much of bloatings because of gastric trouble. Really sorry for that. Okay, now I created a view, right? Now if you access this view, so with the different roles, now let's try. So try to access it with analyst. Okay, now we are in a analyst role. Now let's refresh it here, and then you can able to see the view. And then at the same time, the analyst can able to access the data also, right? In the view, analyst can able to access the data also. The same way, let me change that role to business. Now it is a business. Now refresh it here, and let's check the data. It means everyone, every role can able to access the data, right? So now we wanted to restrict. So for that, what we need to do, we need to apply masking policy. So for a specific salary, for a specific salary. One second, guys. Sorry guys. Okay, so let's observe this here. So let me change the role to account admin, right? Sorry, so we have like account admin. So let's apply the policies for this particular view, right? So if I wanted to apply it, so here, so what is the like condition here? Alter table if exist, and then table name, and then we are giving modify column salary set masking policy, right? The same approach here also, but only the thing is when you are applying for a views, right? So no need to mention alter here view, and then if exist is not required, alter view, and then what we are going to give is new view, alter view, new, sorry, view, modify column the salary. On that particular salary column we are applying set masking policy and masking numbers. See this one now. Let's, okay, what about the sorry, salary column will be, it is, what is the salary column? EMP underscore salary, EMP underscore P underscore salary, right? This is salary. So what we are doing here, we are trying to apply that particular masking policy for a view. See this, alter view, view name, modify column. So this is the column name, set masking policy numbers, right? Now observe this one. For the for this particular column, we are applying masking policy for that specific view, right? We have done. Now let's change the role to developer or analyst or business user, whatever it may be, changing to the developer. Now, so what is the masking condition we have given? Only the masking condition we have given for this one. Only analyst cannot able to see, remaining everyone can able to see. Now, so let's check the data here. See this one, developer can able to see the employee salary, right? Employee salary, developers can able to see that information. Now let's change the role to analyst. Analyst should not able to see the values. Now we are in the role of analyst now. Now let's check it, view data. See this, analyst cannot able to see, right? Cannot able to see the value. Okay, so this is how we can able to create it for the views. If you wanted to create, once the masking policy is created, you can apply that masking policy to n number of tables, n number of views. There is no restriction, right? And one more thing here, for example, if you wanted to, we saw that like how to recreate it, fine. So how we can able to alter it? So how to alter the things, how to alter the situation if it comes, if you wanted to alter it, how we can able to do it? So now let's observe this one. So for example, when you are altering, right, but we have to be very careful. So because when you are altering the masking policy, so whatever the masking policy you have already created, that masking policies will be like re assigned. I mean, so if you observe, the complete rules will be changed. Now let's come to account admin. Now if you observe, whatever the policy we have created, masking number, what is the condition we have? This is the case statement, right? This is the case statement. Now if you observe masking policy for the string, for this particular string, we can able to see this is the masking policy body. Now when you are altering masking policy, previously we have recreated. Now if you are trying to alter, so existing policy name, let it be, I wanted to alter that. Alter that, it means previously we have only analyst. Now we wanted to add developers also into that particular list. I wanted to alter it. Then what is going to be happen? Already wherever the policies has been applied for this particular thing, right? Wherever the policies is applied, the masking policies, and everywhere, sorry, same rule is going to be applied. Same rule is going to be applied. So that is the condition of the masking, the altering masking policy. Before that, we need to know where and all this masking policy has been applied, where and all it is going to be impacted. That we will see how to see where and all the masking policy has been applied. We will see that condition, how to get that information. Now, if you change this, if you are, what you are doing, alter masking policy and then masking number policy. See this one, set body. So previously what we have done, so creating masking policy, we have used create masking policy, and then so this is the condition. But here what you are doing, alter masking policy, masking number, set body, and this is the condition, guys. This is the syntax. So to implement any condition here. So now, so case statement, when current role not in analyst. For that, we are adding one more role called developer here. That's it. Only already existing masking numbers we are applying, already the analyst already available. We are adding one more role, developer role. Now when you do this, no need to unset now. When you are recreating only, when you are replacing or recreating only, you need to unset. When you are altering, no need to unset. Now if you observe here, see this, it's done, right? We have created. Now what is the condition for developer also? They should not able to so see the particular values, right? Now let's change the role to the developer. Previously if you observe, the developer can able to see the values, right? The views. Now let's check that, refresh it, where and all this masking policy has been applied, masking numbers we have applied for a table, we have applied for a view also, right? Let's check the data here for the developer. See this, right? And if you observe one thing here, you can able to see this is not a constant value, this is varying, right? So because this hash value, what we are giving the condition, hash of value, this is a function here. Hash of value means it is going to randomly, it is going to generate the sum, the so hexadecimal, like some number will be generated. For example, see this one, select hash of snowflake. See this, 257, right? And then if I run again, same value will be there. If I run a number of times hash of this particular snowflake, for every string or every number, it is going to generate some value, hash value. It will be unique. Now, for example, for the snowflake, I have added one. Previously, it is ending with 257, right? Now, if I use, see this one, 440. If I run again also, same thing, hash value. And for numbers, any numbers, for example, 2341. Now observe this, hash of the value. It is going to so generate some so different values, and then this will be unique value, and then it will be generated. To hide the information, this is another way. Instead of hard coding stars and instead of hard coding some numbers, we can give hash value. So because of the hash value, it is giving the it is displaying that information. Now for the views also, if you check, so now what is the role? Developer role, right? And then so this one, see this, the developer role, so they cannot able to see. Developer analyst both should not able to see the values, right? It has applied, see this one, hash function has been applied for the employee salary column, right? So this is how. But when you are doing, right, we have to be careful where and all this policy has been applied, everywhere it has been, sorry, everywhere the same rules will be applied, right? So then how you will understand, how you will know that where and all I have like applied this particular masking policy. Sorry, if I wanted to know that information, If I wanted to know where and all I have applied this particular masking policy, so we have like a finding masking policies. Now we can able to see this information. Just a minute. You can see this. So select from table information schema policy references. From information schema policy references, here we are going to give the policy name. Here I wanted to know where and all I have applied this particular masking policy before I am altering. Now see this one. So what I can able to understand is I can able to understand where and all I have applied this particular masking policy. See this one, what it is telling. So before altering, you need to make sure that so where and all it is going to impact it. So we have applied that masking policy for this one, the table, right? And then see this one. So this is a table, this is a view. So for these two things we have applied. So here for this particular column, salary column I have applied. For here, the employee salary column I have applied, right? For the view, employee salary column. For the table, applied for this particular thing, right? This is how we can able to understand. And one more thing, so here we have, you can take this as assignment, it's very easy, the partial data masking policy. If you wanted to apply here, what you are doing, we are applying masking policy for the complete column, right? If you check the data, you cannot able to see the salaries. For the salaries, you can hide the complete information. Let's assume that, so we have first name and last name is there. We wanted to hide only the last name. We don't wanted to hide first name. Or we wanted to hide first name. We don't wanted to hide last name. It's nothing but partial masking policy. We used to call it as a partial masking policy. If you wanted to do that, you can able to take this example. So let's create a table with this. You can do this. You can create a table with this and then insert the data like this. So insert the data. So then once it is inserted for that particular table, you need to give the grant permissions, right? So then when you are creating a policy, you can create a policy with this regular expression condition. So here our requirement is, so whatever the, so name it is available, right? This particular name we wanted to hide before at the rate symbol, whatever you are having. So that particular name we wanted to hide that information in that particular specific email, right? So like this, so we can give this particular regular expression. It is going to hide that particular information. Then only you can able to see that particular value only. Okay, so just to follow the step-by-step approach what we have given here, so you can able to apply it to that. Okay, this is about so how we can able to work with a masking policy implementations, guys. What we'll do is next class we will discuss about the pricing model and all those things. Okay, guys, we'll stop it here. Okay, please note down all the questions. Okay, we will discuss in the so next session, guys. Like a dual, we don't have anything directly you can use. Instead of dual, directly you can use select star from. So how I have used in other databases. So select like a star from dual you have to give, right? You can give directly, for example, select 6 multiply 7. See this. Yeah, we can able to use. No need to give the dual here. Like this. Yeah. Can we rename masking policy after it's assigned? Yeah, this one. So we got a answer for this. Okay, guys. Uh, thank you. See you tomorrow, guys.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.